Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another weekly update on the crypto channel. Sorry I wasn't on Sunday. I was hosting a retreat, which went really well. My first one, but now I'm back into the crypto. And this episode is about taking profits, right? So if you've been following along, we were averaging in pretty hard around the $28,000 level. I've been dollar cost averaging in over the past sort of 3 weeks. So we'll switch it to the daily chart. And we know we had this big sideways action that lasted ages and we've just broken out, right? And so if we've, this is really important, the stuff I'm going to show you in this episode, because it's too easy to, you've got to minimize risk in both directions. So even when you're taking profits, if you sell most of your crypto because you think it's going to roll over and go back down at some point soon, if you sell most of your crypto and then the price doesn't roll over and it keeps on going up, you are fucked, because when do you get back in? And it becomes really, I'll show you a quick story. Tell you a quick story. Back here in 2018, 2019, I bought the dip hard through here. I got in at $3,800 for each Bitcoin. I actually was doing it for my mum. She gave me her savings. I smacked it in at 3,800. And then when the price got to like 4,600, I sold it all. And I was like, we're coming back down towards the $3,500 level. I'm going to sell it now. I've done a 30% increase and I'm going to get back in later. And look what the price did. Just went straight up. And this is one of the most painful things I've ever had to sort of process, because Mum's just given me her savings, right? It was a big deal when it happened. And now I know that this asset class is going to keep on expanding, and suddenly I'm not on the train. And so you're watching this go up. When do you get back in? Because there's a good chance that when you do finally get back in, from just a level of FOMO creeping up too high, that it's eventually going to roll over and you get decimated. Because when this is rocketing up here, there's some people saying that it's going to 100,000, and there's some people, and then you've just you got a 30% gain when you could have got a 30 times gain. And there's some people saying that we're going to roll over and go back to 1,000. So if I FOMO'd in at 8 and we did go back to 1,000, then I wipe out 90% of my mum's money. So it really starts to, you've got to be really delicate with your buys and sells, because trying to figure out when to get back in if the market starts cranking, it just messes with your head. It's really, really tough to do. So right now I'm convinced that the price is going to hit the upper trend line. So we're in this new channel, right? I don't think we're ever going to get out. I don't think we're ever going to close a weekly candle. I'm convinced that we're never going to close a weekly candle outside of a channel that is pretty much somewhere around here, right? And so this line might be a little bit higher. It might be a little bit lower. Same with these ones. This is an indication of where the bottom of the channel could be. Sorry, the top of the bottom channel or the bottom of the bottom channel. So somewhere in there, right? So I'm convinced that we're not going to close outside of this top trend line. So I'm looking to take profits. We just did 28,000 average entry. I've just set up some sales at 33,000. It's a 5,000% increase. So it's nearly 20%, a 20% gain in less than a month, which is dope. So let me just walk you through it. I only got half of my money in down here. I'm still 50% cash. And I'm helping other people out as well. That's the kind of bit that really sort of makes me have to check my ego. So I'm helping a couple of friends out. I got half of their money in at 28. So half of their money is up nearly 20%, which is great. And I want to sell half of the money that's in there soon and try and re-enter lower. But if I get it wrong and I sell half of the half, so a quarter, then they've only got 25% of their crypto money still in the market. And what happens if I'm wrong and the price just starts going up? It means they've got 75% sitting in cash when ideally we wanted to get it all into the market, and 25% is running. It's just not enough. And so my ego is telling me, oh, take a sell soon with half of it, you get back in lower and you can show them that you've been doing, because I only just started helping these people. and you can show them that you're going to sell high and buy low. But the reality of it is they've still got half of their money in cash. So if we roll over here, there's still half of the cash ready to be deployed. So my ego wants to take profits. Yeah, you smashed it. But the rules say, don't sell too much. Like we're $31,000 Bitcoin. It's still that's still the lowest point that it's been in the past year and a half. So it's still a pretty decent time to be entering comparative to the past 18 months. I always forget to add this in, so I'm just cutting it in. Guys, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. Share it with a friend. This episode is going to be really, really important. The lessons that I'm teaching you are because I've been through the shit, and I can probably save you a lot of pain. So share it with a friend, hit the subscribe, all that jazz. I appreciate it, and enjoy the rest of the video. So I just wanted to put on your radar, be very delicate when you take profits, because there is the possibility that Bitcoin price just finds an uptrend and keeps going. And if that happens, you get annihilated if you sell too much. But this is what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to find resistance at this upper trend line. Let's switch across to the BLX because I've got a few trend lines on that one. It's quite hard to say where exactly the trend line is. So this shows us where the highest it could be, and this shows us kind of where it's probably more likely to be. So right now, this trend line is at about 32, somewhere between 32 and 35,000. So I am going to take some profits. More so, it's a bit complicated why, but more so on my portfolio rather than the people that I'm helping out, because I need to lock in some profits before the end of the financial year for certain reasons. So I'm going to take some profits in through here around 33,000 US dollars for each Bitcoin, and I'm expecting it to roll over and come back down, and I reckon we're going to be able to re-enter back around 28 and a half. I don't know if we're ever going to break this low, 25 and a half. I don't know if we're ever going to do it. So if you're waiting for teens, you might be waiting for a really long time. And yeah, so I'm expecting this to rally for a bit, roll over and get another entry lower. But just keep on your radar, be very, very delicate with the way that you take profits, because you can get left on the sidelines for ages and it is very, very painful. All right, that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I will see you again on Sunday.